So you want to buy a Mitsubishi MU-2. What an unusual airplane. It's fast, it's loud, and has a reputation for being unsafe. Well, at least it used to. But you like it because it's fast, so let's talk about that. First of all, it's Japanese. And were mainly built in Japan, except some were built in the USA. Mitsubishi contracted Mooney to build them on this side of the world, and Mooney managed to do that for about 4 years before going bankrupt again, and Mitsubishi took over. But why is it so fast? A pair of 750 horsepower engines sounds like a lot, and well it is, but some King Air 90s also have 750 horsepower per side, and they go about 50 knots slower. The secret is in the tiny little wings. With the flaps retracted, the MU-2 has the same wing area as a Cessna 182. So what, it must stall at like 150 knots? No, actually at 80. What? The double slotted Fowler flaps are the full length of the wing. So where do the ailerons go? There are none. It has spoilers on top of the wings to control roll. Very innovative stuff. The result of all that is a max cruise of over 300 knots, though it's more common for pilots to take the balls slightly off the wall and cruise closer to 290. So yeah, MU-2 is known for being fast. It's also known for being rugged. A high wing, beefy landing gear, and slow stall speed also makes the MU-2 right at home on grass, gravel, and generally short runways. The MU-2 comes in a handful of versions, fuselage length being the biggest difference between them. You'll also find MU-2s with a variety of propellers, everyone chasing a quieter experience. And it works. Some propellers really do cut the noise down. The most successful is the MT 5-blade propellers. Decreases noise and increases coolness. They aren't really that expensive. $1 million will buy any MU-2 you want. That's pretty good in this league of aviation. This plane has many required inspections, though most are based on hours flown and not the calendar. The Honeywell engines, while noisy, are less expensive to maintain and overhaul than their Pratt & Whitney counterparts. Like a lot of fast planes, MU-2 has short wings at just 39 feet, short enough to fit into a T-hangar if it weren't so long, which of course it is. An average fuel burn is about 75 gallons an hour, just a few gallons more than the PC-12 single. Not bad. The combination of relatively less expensive to maintain engines and relatively less fuel burn, and the relatively lower purchase price, makes the MU-2 one of the most affordable turbine twins you can buy. Now that doesn't mean it's necessarily a good idea to trade in the Aztec you bought to do your multi-engine rating on it and manage to rack up 250 hours. Which brings me back to the safety record I mentioned at the beginning. Folks spent the first 40 years that this plane was flying trying to figure out what was wrong with it that made it crash so often. The conclusion was nothing. Nothing's wrong with the plane. Turns out all you need in order to fly this plane safely is to know what you're doing, which I don't think is too much to ask. In 2006, when an S-Fire was implemented specifically for this plane, the accident rate dropped in line with similar planes. So yes, the MU-2 offers a tremendous amount of performance for the cost and demands an equal amount of skill and respect to utilize it. The Mitsubishi MU-2. Thank you for watching and see you in the next.